What's the proper way to take care of it now that I have the coating?
Definitely want to make sure that you're washing. Wash your cars. You do have to put some effort into it.
Welcome back, I'm Tedward. We're gonna head down to Craft Detailing again because it's been 2 weeks since they did the paint correction and ceramic coating on the car. And you know what, from here, it doesn't look that bad, but I've definitely gotten it pretty dirty already, especially these wheels, because when we did the coating and the correction, I drove it straight home in the rain. The car never really saw a nice clean day. And so today's the first day that we're gonna be able to take it out, get some photos of it all washed up, because now that it's fully cured, it takes 2 weeks to fully cure, we can wash it. So let's head down and also find out what it takes to maintain a ceramic coating. Into the bay where all the magic happens. Got Carlos, he did all of the beautiful paint correction on this before with Leah. Excellent. All right, let's see what this takes to clean up. So, I mean, I've got the ceramic coating. Now I feel like I'm Superman. What's the proper way to take care of it now that I have the coating?
Definitely want to make sure that you're washing. Wash your cars. You do have to put some effort into it. Hand washing is definitely preferred, or touchless washes is the second option. Anytime you're getting a car ceramic coated, the chemical staining and the ease of maintenance is like the #1 reason why you're getting your car coated. Bird dropping, sap stains. In New England, we deal with a lot of salt and sand on the roads. So that's like your #1 thing. It's kind of like a permanent wax.
To me, I look at the ceramic coating and I'm like, okay, good, this buys me time, because now I'm gonna be able to deal with this and just do like kind of light hand washes over the summer, because that's typically what I end up doing, is like a light hand wash. Is that enough? Is that...
Hand washing is definitely the #1 way to take care of your car. Once a year, we do recommend to do like an express exterior, like a decontamination wash, just to kind of clean up any built-up contamination. But hand washing alone, I should say, is going to be enough.
No, but I run track pads. Like I'm not running like, oh, dust-free ceramic pads. I'm running like, every time I stand on the brakes, you can see a puff of iron come out of my wheels. Never. What should I be using to get the iron deposits out of the car?
Iron deposits, there's a couple different brands that make different products. There's CarPro, which makes Iron X. It's a great product. We use Optimum products, so we use Ferrex. Anything that is, anything that's designed to remove iron is going to work on both paint and wood.
Is it okay to use that a lot? Like, is that like aggressive stuff? Is that something that like I don't want to be regularly applying to my paint?
Use it as needed. Don't use it every time you wash. That's going to be excessive. Also, if you do have carbon ceramic brakes, try not to use it on the wheels because it can stain the brake rotors.
Ooh, that's good to know. I'm not rich enough for that problem. All right, so the other thing, the big thing about this car was just that it had so many swirl marks. It was Swirl City, and I was a little dumb to it just because it's space gray, it's got metallic flake in it. It's a little hard to see, so I could get away with it a little better. What do I need to do to avoid those swirl marks in the future? Like, what's the best way for me to like not come back to you and you look at me like a disappointed parent? Like, how could you ruin my work?
Proper hand washing, starting top to bottom using clean materials, clean wash media, clean drying towels. It's all in the process. The products don't matter as much as your process does.
All right, so as long as I'm using the right stuff, I'm not going and like using sandy water and old sponges that I've dropped on the ground.
Please don't do that.
Use nice clean microfibers.
We use Optimum's products. So we use the Optimum Big Red Sponge as our wash media when we're using a rinseless wash. And depending on what products you're using, you always want to use a fluffy wash mitt if you are using traditional soap and water wash method, but either way you're going to use a fluffy drying towel every time.
Okay, all right, no beach towels, kids.
No beach towels.
Leah will come to you. She'll come to your house and she will wreck you. Had I done this earlier, I wouldn't have the chemical etching that I saw on my roof from like pine sap and other stuff. And to be honest, I'm a little lazy sometimes at the fuel pump, and I try not to get the little drip of gasoline on the paint, but it happens. It happens.
The gas won't be a problem, but you do want to still make sure that you are cleaning it. So if you do have gas spills, if you do have bird droppings, don't let it sit on there for a month. Clean it off. But yeah, it would have definitely helped a lot with the roof.
And I love how nicely you're saying bird droppings, because
bird crap.
This shit all over your car. Oh my God.
Was really bad. Now you have to keep it, Can't say shit, people don't like that.
Now that the car is all cleaned up, and we can finally get a look at it in the sun clean. Like I said, I haven't been able to see this car actually clean because the night we finished the paint correction and the ceramic coating, it was raining, it was wet, it was salty, and yeah, the car was still shiny and beautiful. It wasn't like this. So let's go find a spot to go take some photos because like I really want to document what this car looks like when it's actually very clean. Am I going to be able to keep it this way all the time? I'm not so sure. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do, I hand wash. I don't like to, environmentally, I try not to waste too much water in my own neighborhood, in my own house, just washing cars. But it is nice to have a clean car. And now that I can do this with like a rinseless wash, I feel like I could probably use less water and get away without issues with a water ban. So when I talked about a water ban in a previous video, there were a lot of questions like, what do you mean water ban? You can't use water in your house. Well, what happens is when the aquifers are low and you're on town water, the city will ban frivolous use of water. Essentially, like, don't water your lawn because your grass is less important than your showering and, keeping yourself alive by drinking water. So car washing is part of that, and you just don't want to get fined because you were the jerk washing your car in the driveway when it's impacting people's livelihood. This right here is the spot I like to shoot. I hope I'm not interrupting anybody. Like, you don't want to be like inconveniencing somebody because you want to do a photo shoot. And I feel like the second you bring a car into the equation, people immediately hate you. So let's see if we can do this in such a way that no one's mad at me. Let's do this. All right, we'll keep it running too. Just get out quick and try to get our shots. I see a truck with some stuff. Hopefully they don't mind that I'm taking some photos. All right, we're good. No, I want it the other way. How's that? All right, we'll try this. So if you're wondering, I'm shooting on a Sony a7S III, which isn't exactly the ideal camera for this. Typically, this is more of a video camera, but even though it's only a 12 megapixel sensor, which makes it a beast in low light, it just does so well in these conditions. Ooh, this is kind of fun. I feel like the car is just, I've gotten a second chance with it, It's so cool to be able to have the M3 looking like better than it did when I first bought it. That's just such a shocking thing to see because, a lot of times we get sick of our cars, our used cars, because they just don't do it for us anymore. You don't want to look at it, you don't want to photograph it. It doesn't make you look back. It's like a relationship where you're like, wow, they were so sexy a few years ago. And now you're like, I could do better. So you don't want that to happen with your car, though. You want that long-lasting relationship with your car. And the fact that this paint correction has done this, like, I can't believe the color this car has, and the depth on the roof is mind-blowing. I said this in the last video, but I wish I had done the ceramic coating sooner, just because the chemical etching on some of these spots, it's not great, and I wish I had been able to catch it, but that's okay. That's okay. She's got 97,000 miles on it now. We're going to go well into the 100,000, I think. No one's yelled at us yet. That's what you want. And if they do, you just smile and say thank you. Turn the wheel the wrong way because I'm an idiot. Most people are pretty nice when you're shooting photos. Oh, this is great. This makes me happy. I think we're onto something here. What's incredible too is just the fact that these wheels now, there's a color that I just didn't know existed in these wheels. It's, they're gunmetal, but they are vibrant and there's a lot of depth. It's pretty impressive what you end up seeing. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thanks to Craft Detailing for legitimately transforming my car and making me fall in love with it again. It would be easy to sell your car when it kind of looks dingy and you just don't want to put the time and energy and effort into making it look new again. I think obviously I've done a lot of mechanical work on the car to keep it up and running, but honestly, the fact that it looks like this makes me want to keep it even more. So don't forget to respect the drive, and I'll see you in the next one. Wow, this looks nuts, dude. Like, this is the first I've seen it properly washed in the sunlight. because the day we did the paint correction, it was pouring rain. So it's like I saw it under the lights and it was nighttime by the time it was done. So when I went home, it was already dirty. I mean, it looked good, but like, wow.